I'm
Wait.
half crazy
Okay.
Hi,
for
everyone.
the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage. But you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two.
Alrighty, I admit it. It's not the best version of the song, but I was trying to
I
find.
don't know.
I mean, it's cute, right?
Daisy, Daisy, yeah.
Beautiful tune. Hard
Oh my
to
God. Is that the song that Hal sings in 2001, Space Odyssey?
It
Is
is.
it? Oh yeah, it is. That just like
Let's
blew
take.
into my head. No,
Well,
that scene.
if you're just joining us, let's take a look at Hal singing it. Not to be confused.
It's so disturbing though. Not disturbing. It's so. Oh my goodness! What a scene.
Instructor was Mr. Lang, and he taught me to sing a song.
Yeah.
If you'd like to hear it, I can sing it for you.
Yeah. I'd like to hear it, Hal. Sing it for me.
It's called Daisy. Daisy.
Wow.
Oh, interesting. I'm going to turn off the volume and let it play because it's really interesting image.
It's so spooky.
It's spooky, yeah. Welcome to this webinar. If you're just tuning in, we want to know, well, how are you, right?
Number one, always number one.
How are you? It's a really cool background, Hal. Having
I
these
know. I'm not sure. They're not stills from the movie. I don't think that is obviously. I just want to watch it again.
When was the last time you saw it?
I saw it maybe 3 years ago in the cinema in London, which was so much fun because they were screening it again. Oh, that is from the film. There we go.
That is cool. I can't remember the film. I can't remember it.
Oh, we remembered that bit.
It's do 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 do.
Yeah, and then it goes like do 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 do. Yeah. No spoilers. No spoilers, because if you haven't seen it, then watch it tonight.
Yeah, if you're
so trippy.
How would you like to tell people? Hal says, and I'll dictate. You dictate and I'll write.
What if you haven't seen 2001? Then make it a priority. This list. This week.
Priority this week.
Why not?
So if you haven't seen 2001: A Space Odyssey, then make it a priority this week.
Yeah. Cancel things. Drop out of things, but make sure you see.
But not the webinar. First do this webinar and
then exactly. You can practice your English as well. It's almost a silent film, but there's some dialogue in it.
Sure. You can learn that lovely tune, that British tune, Daisy.
Yeah.
Daisy. On a bicycle built for two.
Yeah.
So Hal, how are you?
I'm okay. This morning I was feeling a bit slovenly, a bit, but then this has picked me right up. So this was the yeah, absolutely. Hi, Anna.
Anna's saying I'm pretty good. Well, that's great, Anna. I'm also pretty good. I'd say, yeah, I'm doing A-okay. Yeah, no complaints. I really like that phrase. How are you? No complaints.
No complaints, yeah.
I think it's very notable right now to say no complaints because not so much here, but in the U.S., people are really whiny, right?
Yeah. It's
whine. In case to whine is to complain.
Right.
People are whiny. It's really. I talked to my brother yesterday who lives in Brooklyn, in New York, and he said people are obnoxious and people are terrible. Okay, and that's a very general statement. I mean, my brother is very cynical, and he's kind of studied politics and journalism, and so he's a little bit critical. But still, he said, just people are unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was saying in New York right now, people are impatient. They want to go back to work. And it's like, dude, what we say
Guys,
is
yeah.
take a chill pill, right?
Yeah.
Like we have the possibility to be at home. Let's
Mm-hmm.
like appreciate that, because
Mm-hmm.
so many people can't just be at home like us and have
Mm-hmm.
the fortune to continue their lives
In
okay.
some way, yeah.
In
Exactly.
some-
Another nice expression is, and I literally didn't believe in the meaning or power of this expression until quarantine. Count your blessings is what we say in English. Count your blessings, which means try and appreciate the good things in your life.
Absolutely.
I think it's obviously sometimes more complicated than that if you're stressed or tired, but I think at the moment it's helpful sometimes.
Absolutely. I agree. So we
Take a
have,
chill pill from your blessings.
what's that?
Hey, Julia. No, nothing. I was just repeating it.
Okay. Yeah. So we have Julia from Genoa. Lovely. And we have Anna. Where are you visiting from, Anna? Well, I mean, we're all online together, so that's very cool. And we could introduce ourselves. I'm Monique from Los Angeles, California. I live in Bologna. I teach at Bologna Mille. And I don't remember seeing 2001: A Space Oddity. Oddity? Oops, I just talked about David Bowie. I love that.
Yeah.
David Bowieisms just come into my speaking.
They just come
Really
out.
neat. A space.
Amazing. And my name is Hal, and I am.
I am the from that
And I'm
film.
the user from that film. My name is Hal. I'm from a little village called West Byfleet on the edge, on the outskirts of London, England, UK. And I last saw 2001: Space Odyssey 3 years ago. Can't remember. Odyssey.
3 years ago?
Probably. And I first saw it when I was, I don't remember, like 16 or something, 17.
Cool. And we have an intro question for you all, which is, greetings. When did you become a vegetarian? So let's throw the question to Hal here. Hal, when did you become a vegetarian?
You know, this is an interesting question for me because mine was not a sudden conversion. I didn't even consciously begin. You know, I didn't wake up one day and go, from now on, no more. So what happened was, I never really learned to cook meat. All of the dishes I cook are vegetarian, and they always have been, really. At uni, I would occasionally eat meat at university. And then from there, kind of gradually, I just kind of would stop even buying meat out for myself in restaurants. Then maybe a year and a half ago now, I probably started saying to people if I was going around to their house for dinner, oh, I'm vegetarian, even though lots of my friends already were, so that kind of worked anyway. I would like let people know that I wouldn't just eat whatever if I turned up and they had cooked meat, because that's what I would do in the past.
Yeah.
And so it was a very gradual thing. I almost can't give an exact date. I guess it's been about a year and a half. And I have to say, last year, when I went on that trip to Blackpool we were talking about, I did have fish and chips in Blackpool.
Oh, but fish and chips in Blackpool.
Exactly. It's famous. Fish and chips in Blackpool. I hadn't had any meat or fish that year. And I was about to leave the UK to come to Italy, and I knew that the food here is amazing, but you guys don't have fish and chips. So I had fish and chips last year. Since then, I had
everyone know two things from what you shared. Uni,
yes,
for university in the UK, not in the US.
Right. What do you say university every time?
Well, usually you'll have like for example, one of the state schools in California is called UCLA. So you have the system, the University of California, something something. So you have UCSB, Santa Barbara, UCSC, Santa Cruz.
And you refer to it like that?
UCSD. So you'll say UCSD.
Right. Okay, I get you. Yeah, we say uni a lot. Uni.
Yeah, in the US, not so much. And then so everyone knows fish and chips in Blackpool in Lancashire County in northern England. It's a lovely place along the sea. Julia, I'm late. Sorry, what does it mean to take a chill pill? It means to relax. So
It's
maybe
quite
your
forceful, no?
friend is going, your friend's like, Julia, I can't stand it anymore. I'm so tired of being indoors. I want to go to the park. And you say to your friend, relax, take a breather. Another way to say it would be take a breather.
I think take a breather is nicer though, no? Take a chill pill is quite like, look, take a chill pill.
We were talking about how my brother lives in New York and said people are very anxious and very impatient. So he was saying, take a chill pill to all the people. I would say that too, especially the people in the US that are against being at home. It's like, yo, take a
I would say something stronger than take a chill pill, but yes.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, relax. Exactly, Julia. Relax. Calm down. Take a chill pill.
Exactly. So
but don't ever say it to someone who is really angry because it makes people angrier.
Yes,
it's not a good way.
So tell us, when did you become a vegetarian if you're watching, right? Let us know when you became a vegetarian, or maybe you're not, and let us know that too. Whatever, just share your thoughts about it.
What's your story?
Well, it's interesting. I have been a vegetarian, I guess, since the quarantine began, because I consider myself a pescatarian.
Pescatarian, yeah, I remember.
I eat vegetables and fish. However, since this whole virus thing has begun, and it's something related to animals, consumption of animal products, I've just thought that maybe it was a good idea to not have animal products. Although I have been eating cheese and eggs. Not much cheese, but eggs, yes. But I thought I'll avoid having like full on like fish.
Do you cook? In the past, did you cook fish? Do you enjoy cooking it? Okay.
I used to be an omnivore. I used to really eat everything, any and everything. But now over the past couple of years, I've been much more aware of it. And I dated a vegan guitarist, a vegan jazz guitarist.
Wow.
Yeah. He was actually rather older than me, but really cool guy from LA. And that was a neat experience. He was a little bit extreme in weird ways. And he actually signed me up for PETA. Do you know PETA?
Yeah.
He had them send me materials to my house about being a vegan.
Hey.
But Joe, that's a little much.
Yeah, that is quite extreme. I thought you were going to say he sent you to like PETA boot camp where they retrain you. They change them.
But it had an impact on me. I would say a positive impact, right? So I really love vegetables more so than ever, though. I love vegetables, and I love going to farmers markets too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say it's been like 2 months or so. But I probably, once the quarantine is done with, I probably will go back to eating fish. I do like fish. I don't eat fried food though, but you don't eat fish at all.
No. Well, the thing is, it's not like I don't worry about it in a kind of black and white way. I'm not like, oh my God, if I accidentally ate some fish, I would be morally kind of or ethically in a mess about it. Not really. So I can imagine in the future some special reason why I might have some fish, maybe even some meat one day. But for me, it's just about reducing the level overall is much more important.
Absolutely. So if you're watching, share your thoughts on this topic, and don't worry, we're not against you if you have different things than we do. That's totally fine.
We're in Bologna, no? We're in Bologna, so there's pork everywhere. I have to say, also it makes life a lot easier here with menus because my Italian is getting there. I mean, sometimes there'll be an English menu, but and often there's these amazing places, as you know, that they just do like an incredible like range and selection of stuff, or sometimes everything looks so good. There's maybe like 6 dishes and it all looks amazing. If you're vegetarian, it's kind of like that moment on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire where they do 50-50 or sometimes less. It just makes life simple because I can never decide. So then I just say, I'm vegetarian, what do you have? And there's usually 2 options, maybe 3 if you're lucky. Makes it easier to choose. Otherwise, I don't know how people choose because the food is so great.
Very true. Yeah. I wonder, let's see, we have Genoa here. I wonder what's it like in Genoa? Are there vegetarian options, right?
Right.
Like sometimes there are, sometimes they're not, right?
Yeah.
I would say as we wait for people to share their thoughts on the topic, why don't we dive into
Sure
our
thing.
lovely focus for the day. Dun, dun, dun.
Success. Success, success, success.
That's success. Success in Essex.
Success in Essex.
Success in
Be careful. Success in Essex.
Exactly. All right. I will read what these fine. We have one comment. I'm not a vegetarian. Okay. That's okay. I'm not. Remember, you would use vegetarian article. That's okay, Julia. We still love you. So let's see here. Success. Our objectives today are talking about comparisons, talking about success, and expressing opinions. So let's see what Ana Lucia says. How
I like vegetables, and my meals are made of vegetable pasta and rice.
nice. Keep her comment away.
Me too.
Ooh, careful spelling of rice. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. And like it's cool. We wanted a conversation topic, not pushing it on anyone. So that's great. Lovely, Anna. Fabulous. So we have some quotes here. Hal, can you read the first?
Sure. The first one, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right.
Yes. Do you agree, disagree? Do you agree or disagree, Hal?
I disagree. I like it. It's good. But I think it is. I think because what it's saying essentially to me is, hey, you know this thing called willpower? We say in English as well, where there's a will, there's a way. Like if you really believe it, you can do it, which I totally understand. But I think also sometimes there are, there are other limits to like success and what we can achieve. Maybe, for example, you might need the support of others, or you might need financial support, or
All right, Julia, the screen isn't clear. Julia, is the screen better now? Julia, let us know. I just made it bigger, so hopefully that's clearer right now. I was thinking it's a bit ho-hum.
It's a bit ho-hum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna Lucia says, I can't consider myself as a vegetarian because sometimes I eat meat and fish, especially when I go to the restaurant. Okay, all good. All good.
I see.
All good.
Right.
Julia, let us know if the screen is clearer now. It should be. I made it larger, right? So it's funny. So let us know what you think of this quote, the first one. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right. Just a little bit. Okay, well, I'll try this. I'll try to come out and go back in. Maybe that'll be clearer. But let us know, because otherwise I can try something else. Is that clearer? Not sure what all I can do. You mentioned where there's a will, there's a way. So my parents sent me to Stanford, which is like in the north of California. I was born and raised in the south of California.
Okay.
And it was a program for students that had problems with their grades, right? Because I've always loved music. And it was called Where There's a Will, There's an A.
Oh my goodness. No way. Really? Goodness me, everyone.
Encouraging young students. I think I was 12 years old or something.
Goodness me.
It's okay. Okay, let's try going forward with it. So let us know what you think of this quote. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can, you're right. You agree or disagree?
Yeah.
I kind of agree. I mean, if you think you can, you definitely, we have to believe we can do things. Otherwise.
It makes me think of do you know the Bukowski poem that starts with like, the first line is, if you're going to do it, otherwise don't even try. I like that.
Awesome. I like it. Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, otherwise don't even try.
Excellent.
That's more catchy. Or yeah, we say where there's a will, there's a way, or where there's a will, there's an A. No.
Charles Bukowski, a wonderful poet. Do you know where Charles Bukowski was born?
It's the West Coast, right?
Actually, no, I thought he was.
Oh.
He lived his days in the place where my dad lives now, which is called San Pedro, which is in Southern California. But actually, he was born in Germany.
No, I didn't know that.
That's so interesting, right?
There's a bar on Fratello called Bukowski
Oh, how
after him.
nice. Such a cool poet. Ana Lucia agrees with this quote. Julia agrees with success isn't the key to happiness.
I like that one much more.
I like that one more as well.
It's
and
nice.
Ana Lucia says the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, so Julia, you like that one. Why do you like it? What do you like? What do you like about it, Hal?
Because I think it's definitely putting things, as we say, the right way round. Like, you need to be in a happy place, whatever that means for you, in order to, and I'm going to say in order to feel successful, because really that's what success is about. It feels like you've achieved something, whatever that is. Whereas if you think, oh, if I do this, then I will be happy, no.
But what is happiness? Happiness is a warm gun, bang, bang, shoot, shoot. Happiness is a warm gun. Yes, it is.
It's a warm gun.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You all know the Beatles song, Happiness is a Warm Gun. Such a beautiful, cool tune. George Harrison.
About that lyric.
It's genius. It's genius. Happiness is a warm, yes, it is. God, don't you know that happiness? Do you agree that happiness is a warm gun?
Absolutely.
So interesting. So poetic. I think that's the only lyric in the song, too.
Or over and over, yeah.
Julia says,
Julia, exactly.
Yeah. This is very true. Would you rather be happy or successful?
Oh, happy, happy, happy. Because I don't even know what, I think you're right, Julia. Often people who are successful are not happy. And I'm not sure
What's the point?
Means. Yeah.
What is the point of life if you don't have any satisfaction or happiness? Yeah. Lovely. So let's move forward. Hopefully everyone can see this. I'll make it bigger so that it's clear. So we have an interesting existential question now. Can you read through, Hal?
Sure. So success to you. What is success? How would you define success? And then we have these different areas of life. How would you define success for your company or school, for yourself at work, for yourself at home, for yourself as an English student, and for your children or friends?
Yeah, I think we each would define success differently, right? Because we all have different priorities, different things that are important for us. So let's see. The first one says, how would you define success for your company, for your school, in your business, at your work, right? How would you define success for, let's see, you choose, Hal.
For MyES?
No, choose one that you want to answer.
Oh, one of these here, I see.
Yeah, and we want you all to tell us your thoughts.
I think the easiest one for me, because it's the one I'm probably most comfortable with and think about the most, is with my friends. It's a bit strange, isn't it? How would you define success for your friends? It is a bit strange, but when I think about successful relationships with my friends, it's about being there and being open and being and being ready to hear them out on anything and being ready to be changed by them as well.
Absolutely. I completely agree. That's nice, being changed by them. Yeah. Julia says, we have examples that they sometimes commit suicide.
Yeah, success isn't everything.
Talking about, people who are successful but not happy. So, Julia, how would you define success? What is success? I mean, I would say, let's see. I would say, well, to define success, I would say it's being content plus one, meaning being satisfied in life, honestly, I think success is living your highest purpose, trying to, find purpose in your life and living that and realizing that and allowing that to flow. We were talking about that earlier about creative flow. I think creativity is a part of success, being able to be creative with one's approach to life, right? So let's see, how would I define success? How would I define my success for myself at home, let's say? Well, let me let you know. I finally, after 3 weeks, cleaned my apartment on Sunday. So I would say that is a definition of success. Having a clean, welcoming apartment. It connects to friends too. I think that success at home is being able to have a friend drop by at any moment and be able to invite them in, offer them tea, maybe having something nice to share, some vegetables, some I don't know what. That would be also a definition of success at home. Having a comfortable living area, having Palo Santo and sage, and having, I don't know, just a nice warm atmosphere at home,
Yeah, you're right. I love the expression or the way of saying content plus one. Like you're satisfied, but then there's kind of a little bit extra that can get you on to the next bit as well.
Yeah. So
Lovely.
this is, well, let's see here. Oh, we have the same comment. Okay. Being content plus one. Yeah. Julia says, be excellent, be the best in life. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, lovely. Anyone else? Definitions for success. What about in work? How would you define success in work? Or let's say for example, for MyES.
How do we define success in that context?
It's interesting because MyES is in terms of being a company and a school, I think it's really attentive to students and not only focused on the financial part, which is really nice, right? I mean, we both seen as working here during the quarantine, MyES, and I'm sure you've all have seen it being MyES students, has really been on the forefront, really ready to change and to adapt. And I think that makes a company successful. I think that's a really good thing, being able to adapt. I think for any company, right? If you can adapt, that's a sign of success, right?
Yeah. It's a kind of resilience, right?
Exactly.
Which will eventually mean success.
How would you define resilience?
The ability to endure or last through difficult situations, difficult circumstances, difficult times.
Absolute situations, resilience, such a beautiful word, huh? Resilience, Alrighty. So shall we move forward? What do you think? Should I just choose a card at random? I just chose a random card. Let's see, I'll share it with you.
What is it?
Can you read what it is?
Pentacles.
Pentacles, yeah.
Pentacles.
Oh, it's the Two of Pentacles. That's cool. There's some sheep in it too. Do you see the sheep?
Yeah.
Do you like sheep?
I do actually. Love them.
They're darling.
Yeah. Darling is the word.
Yeah. All right. Well, perhaps we'll move forward. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask.
Please ask,
we're here for you, so we want you to learn, to express yourselves, if you have any questions about English language in general, I mean, we're at a high level here, 10 to 13, but you can absolutely ask any question. No question is a dumb question. So even if it's other grammar, vocabulary, feel free to ask. We're happy to answer. Julia says, at work, you make a career. Yeah. Generally, some jobs, maybe they don't allow for a career to be made, but definitely that's the idea. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, so let's move forward and see what we've got. Examples of success. All right. What do you think, Cal? Should we dive in? We'll check these out so they can hear us doing some
Yeah,
reading.
let's read them at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we want you to tell us which of these situations is an example of success in your opinion.
Okay.
So we can alternate.
Okay, I'll read the first one. A man loses his job and sets up a new business which goes on to become a multi-million-pound enterprise. But he becomes so obsessed with his new company that he neglects his family and they leave him.
So neglects, like ignores, right?
Mhm.
He doesn't pay any attention to his family.
Doesn't pay attention, doesn't care for them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so is this an example of success, in your opinion? Maybe some people will say yes, right? I mean, we all have
Yeah.
different ideas of success. The second one says, a boy loses a leg in a road accident. He is hurt and he is very, very sad. He spends 6 months in the hospital and cannot see any of his friends. He goes through a very long recovery. It's a very
How are you?
I'm extending it. Oh, it's
I
not.
was, I thought I was seeing something different. No, keep going.
So Julia says it's not
Not clear.
clear.
I can see it okay. Anna, can
Yeah,
you still see it okay?
yeah. Can everyone else let us know? Anna, is it clear for you? Anyone else watching? Is it clear for you? Because what I can do is this. This should be more clear. Let us know, Julia, if this is more clear. That should be better. Because otherwise, I mean, I think the internet connection is okay. This should be better. Let us know if it's better. But yeah, I was reading the second one
Uh-huh.
about this boy who's lost his leg,
Yeah.
really sad, really having a difficult time. He spent 6 months in the hospital, really long time. And so he can't be in contact with his friends. He really struggles also psychologically. It's a really, really difficult time. And then he goes back to school once he gets out of the hospital and passes his exam the same year. Is this an example of a success story or not? It's difficult. It's difficult. But Anna Lucia says, for me, it's clear. What we can do, I guess, Julia, is go like this. Let's go into these two so that it's.
Each one, yeah, okay.
We'll go into these two. So we see two examples. We want you to let us know, are these success stories or not? Now it should be better, Julia. So tell us, are these success stories or not? So as a note, we say success stories.
Yeah, it's a nice collocation, a success story.
I mean, Hal, I would argue that we are all success stories.
I know, it's true. Stories when someone is successful, perfect, exactly.
So tell us what you think. Do you think that these are stories about success? Are these, we have the man in the first one, the boy in the second one who go through these experiences. Is this success or is it not success, right? What are you having for lunch, Hal?
Good question. I have some courgettes. I have some asparagus. I have some broccoli. I have some cauliflower. Not sure. Couscous. I have some couscous that I made on the weekend.
And you still have it? Isn't it dry?
No, it's okay. From yesterday.
Oh, okay. You know, you made me think of something. Maybe I'll make that too. Couscous, but with lemon. Just so people know, courgettes are in the UK, zucchini in the US.
Right.
Julia says, can I read
Sure.
the passage on the right?
Yeah, let's have a look at the ones on the right.
Okay, sure. All right, we'll take a look. Let's bring these into view.
Okay. A sportsman wins Olympic gold in the marathon. Although the tests are all negative, he knows in his heart he was taking performance-enhancing drugs. It's a really funny sentence. It's terrible, actually. Although the tests are all negative, he knows in his heart he was taking performance-enhancing drugs. The way it's written makes me think that it could mean he was taking performance-enhancing drugs in his heart.
Exactly.
Into his heart. But we don't mean that, do we? We mean
No, we don't.
in his deepest,
His heart and soul.
in his heart and soul, deep down.
Performance-enhancing drugs like steroids, testosterone, maybe.
Right.
What else would be a performance-enhancing drug?
I have no idea.
I think.
Yeah.
Anything that enhances your performance in an unnatural way, right?
Exactly.
And I'll read this last one, which says a film director wins 5 Oscars for a film that has shocked his local Scottish city community because it gives a false impression of their history. This happens with documentaries sometimes too.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Some documentaries are quite patronizing, right?
Yeah.
Or patronizing, I imagine you might say.
Patronizing, we say, yeah.
Yeah, the second.
Second one is successful. The boy.
Okay, very nice. Anyone
I mean,
else?
I agree with that, Julia. That to me is the clearest example of someone, achieving something despite the odds. So despite the difficulties, it's really incredible, and it's a kind of success. But I think maybe the thing to focus on is how the people feel as well.
That's true.
They feel that they're successful. Because I guess the problem with the athlete who's been taking performance-enhancing drugs is that in his heart of hearts, deep down, he doesn't feel successful because he knows.
Exactly. He knows he cheated, right?
Yeah, and that's interesting. Wow.
Ana Lucia says, in my opinion, the second story is beautiful, and I think it is more successful than the first. Interesting. Yeah, because the first one, he has a lot of money that his family left him. Doesn't sound very good. I mean, some people are workaholics and work for the money, and for them that is successful. So everyone defines success for themselves, right? There's no black or white, there's no binary, there's no like, this is success, this is not. But I think we all share the same feelings on this one, that the second one, is the nicest. So let's try to move forward. Well done, everyone.
Good job.
We want to do comparisons now and fill in the blanks. So can you complete the sentences in these responses? Well, let's see, Julia's sharing.
Yeah, even though, exactly, despite the fact that he lost his leg, he passed the exam.
It's a very impressive story, right? Yeah, absolutely. So here we want to fill in the blanks. Can you complete the sentences?
Shall I read?
Sure.
Okay. Number 1, the man with the new company isn't nearly successful at home. He is at work.
Lovely. And now we see, to me, the boy is successful than the businessman.
Okay. And number 3, he will start to feel successful. Sorry.
Lovely. That was good. Ana Lucia is sharing as well, saying, I don't think we can call the other stories successful. You don't need the as there, Ana Lucia. I don't think we can call the other stories successful. Yeah, I agree. So now we want to see here these 3 sentences. Can you complete the responses? Fill in the gaps. I'll read the second one. To me, I did read the second one already. So these are regarding the past slide. These are the stories we just looked at. So we know the boy. We remember his story. These are comparisons, right? So, for example, my courgette is bigger than your courgette.
Exactly.
Can you think of vegetable comparisons?
Julia, number 1. Isn't nearly so successful at home as he is at work.
Almost.
Yeah.
Remember, this is when we want to make a comparison to things that are the same. Comparison of two things that are the same. There's a very specific way of doing it.
Right, because we're talking about this person's level of success at home and at work. So number 2, Julia, much more.
Great.
Okay.
Yes, excellent. To me, the boy is much more successful than the businessman. Right. So not just more successful, but much, meaning a lot.
More.
We could also say a lot more successful. Much more successful, a lot more successful, a ton more successful, a whole lot more successful.
A whole lot more. That's nice.
Yeah. A whole lot of love. Boo! You want a whole lot of love. Do you like Led Zeppelin?
I don't.
You ain't lonely. You don't at all. I can't read. Okay, but let's stick on number 1. What is the example for number 1? What is the answer there? Shall we reveal it?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, how?
As. Okay. He isn't nearly as successful at home as he is successful at work.
Exactly.
Okay.
The man with the new company isn't nearly as successful at home as he is at work, right? Let's see. Julia said number 2, much more. Good. Okay, let's go to 3 and 4 now. 3 and 4. So we want the answers for 3 and 4. Hal, are you much taller than me?
No, not much. I don't think.
I think you're a little taller than me.
A little taller.
Not a lot taller than me.
A little taller.
Are you taller or shorter than your sister?
Taller.
And
Taller.
I don't know. I'm almost the same height as my brother.
You're quite tall, really. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm relatively tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice being tall, isn't it? Nice. I've always liked being tall. Happy and more. He will start to feel happy and more.
It makes sense, Julia. Good job. But we're looking here at emphasizing the comparative element of it.
Right. So
I like happy and more successful. It's true, but the answer here is a bit different.
Yeah. Try a different way, Julia, to answer this one.
Anna. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Good job.
Anna, yeah. Exactly. So more and more. He will start to feel more and more, or less and less. Okay. More and more is correct also. Julia's asking, so as. So let's go back to this one. The man with the company isn't nearly as successful at home as he is at work. So he's not, you wouldn't use so. The man with the company isn't so, you could say, the man isn't so successful, which is like saying the man isn't very successful, right? This would be a synonym. The man isn't so successful. The man isn't very successful. But here, the man with the new company isn't nearly as successful as he is at work, meaning he is more successful at work. You want to share more about it, Hal?
No, I think that sounds good. Yeah, if we use so in that way here, it would sound to me like you're just adding, you're kind of emphasizing it, right? Like very.
You would say, for example, the man isn't as happy as Hal, meaning he is less happy.
Yeah.
Or can you think of another one with as? No.
Today is as sunny as yesterday.
Good. Today is as sunny as yesterday. So here are 2 more options, Julia. Hopefully that's clear. So one is the dog is as cute as the cat, which is for me always true.
Yeah.
Today is as sunny as yesterday. Julia says because it's negative.
We can use it in a positive as well. I mean, we use so as well in this structure, but we would usually use that. So the dog is so cute that I love it, right? Which again is a different meaning. If we're just making this plain comparison between the two things using an adjective as.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So let's take a look at the last one. Hal, can you read it?
The more people who disagree with the film, I think Anna Lucia wrote, or
Right.
maybe Julia. Julia wrote it, the more successful.
Let's take a look. The more, okay,
Or
well,
the less, sorry, yeah.
yeah. The more people who agree with the film,
Disagree. I read it wrong.
he will feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this case, it's like the more you eat vegetables, the better you will feel. The more you
Count your blessings. The more you count your blessings, the less down you will feel, maybe.
excellent. Yeah, exactly. So hopefully this is all clear. Yes, Anna Lucia got it. Excellent. Less. Okay, awesome. So we want to know, why are you successful? Tell us. I'm successful because. This is now the time we want to read or hear about you. Tell us. I'm successful. This is a very nice exercise. I'm successful because, and you tell us for yourselves. I'm successful because I think we can bring our faces back. I'm successful because. You tell us. So Hal, can you do one example?
It's my worst nightmare.
Is it really? I'll
Yeah,
do
maybe
it.
it's also a slightly British thing, I think, but it's also very much me.
Well, I'll
I
say
just,
I'm successful because
you go first.
I've been speaking frequently to my mom and
Yeah,
checking in on her.
nice. That's wonderful. And I'm successful because, well, even even saying it sounds weird in my head.
Difficult, but it's a good psychological
My
exercise.
problem.
It really is.
I'm successful because um,
I have a good one.
I have continued to, yeah, like you, I've continued to speak to friends in the UK throughout this and had some great conversations.
Nice. Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Nice long conversations. Last
yeah,
Sunday, I had a conversation with my friend in Barcelona, about an hour and a half. It was so nice and inspiring. I
yeah.
think I mentioned it to you that she's a
Yeah,
writer.
I remember.
She read some of her stuff to me and I played her a
Yeah.
new song. I would say I'm successful because I'm a kind person and respectful. That's a nice one, right?
I like that one. Yeah.
I mean, so write us. I'm successful because, and it could even be something very, very little, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be something I did huge, right? Something even little.
No, sometimes the little things are the most important. Yeah. In fact,
Exactly.
they are often.
Yeah.
I think so.
Go ahead, Hal. Let's hear another one.
I'm successful because I've remained mostly stable and sane despite living alone now for
Okay, mostly.
a period. Mostly, yeah.
Yeah,
There's got to be some give, we say. There's got to be some
absolutely. Is it your
flexibility.
first time living alone?
No, I mean during quarantine. I've lived alone
Oh, I
before, but I
see.
mean in this period, living
Yeah,
alone.
yeah. I'm successful because in this period I have learned how to make a quiche. Not from scratch, but using, that's what you could get at the supermarket.
The
I'll
sheet.
write it for you in here. Pasta sfoglia, it's called. You buy it at the supermarket. I just got some today, and you put it in, and then you add vegetables and add like 2 eggs. Put it in the oven about 40 minutes, and it's incredibly yummy.
Okay, that's what I'll get.
I mean,
What
you
I'll
might
do.
as well, right? It's something fun.
Yeah.
So everyone, we're in our last minute. So let me just we want to remind you about the
We wanna hear
MyES
about your success.
Facebook group. What's that?
I said we want to hear your success, quick.
Yes, we want to hear your success. Inquiring minds want to know. But remember, there's the MyES SOS Facebook group. So if you do have any doubts or any questions or want to practice your English, you can certainly go onto that Facebook group. Can you read Anna Lucia's?
Anna Lucia, I'm successful because I have learned how to make pizza during the quarantine. Yes, what a result. Good job.
That's amazing. I am impressed. Are you impressed too?
Yeah, incredible. That's what I should be doing.
I would
Maybe I'll
love
try
to.
that.
I've never made pizza in my life. We are impressed, Ana Lucia. That's fabulous. That is
Consider
really
us impressed.
fabulous. Yeah. Okay, so we are up for time, but we want to thank you all very much. It has been a lovely webinar. Have a fantastic lunch, whatever you're having. Have nice vegetables, couscous, have nice
Oh, I'm hungry.
pizza, and we will see you at the next webinar. Thank you, everyone.
Take
Cheers.
care, everyone. Bye bye.